Hello students, my name is Shweta Zogi and in this series of video I am going to discuss the paper 1 of paper 1 real analysis for MSc first year SEM first. The first unit comprises Riemann-Stieltjes integral. In BSc, you may have discussed Riemann theory of integration, and now we pass on to the generalization of the subject. The extension due to Stieltjes known as the theory of Riemann-Stieltjes integration. The syllabus for first unit is as you see on your screen. First, definition and existence of Riemann-Stieltjes integral, properties of integral which consist of some theorems, integration and differentiation, fundamental theorem of calculus, integral of vector valued function and rectifiable curves. Firstly, we will discuss some common terms of Riemann theory and further we will move on to our first article, that is definition and existence of Riemann-Stieltjes integral. Firstly, partition. What is partition? If we take an interval AB as closed interval AB and we take some interval as A, B and we divide it. Okay. We divide this interval into many sub-interval and we collect all these points into a set. Then that set P is called the partition of AB. And here every point, that is x1 will be greater than x0, x2 will be greater than x2 and so on, xn will be greater than xn minus 1. Now the partition P will divide the the interval AB into n non-overlapping sub-intervals, that which will be x0 to x1, x1 to x2, dot 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 xn minus 1 to xn. Further, we will see the length of the interval. The length of each sub-interval will be denoted by del of xi and will be defined as xi minus 1. That is the upper bound minus lower bound. For example, for the interval AB, the length del xi will be the upper bound minus lower bound, that is b minus a. What is norm or mesh? For any partition P of AB, the norm of P is defined as maximum length of subinterval. Suppose we have interval x0, x1 subintervals, okay, x1, x2 and till xn minus 1 to xn. Each of these interval has some length and from these interval the maximum length will be called as the norm and it is denoted by norm of P or mu of P, and we say it as norm of P is equal to maximum of del of xi, where I runs from 1 to n. After that we will see upper sum and lower sum. Let f be a bounded function defined on a interval AB. On this interval AB, f is given as the bounded function and P is given the partition of the interval AB. Then, as f is bounded on AB, it is also bounded on each subinterval xi minus 1, xi. F is bounded on these interval and so it will also be bounded on the each subinterval, that is x0, x1, x1, x2 and to so on. Here let mi be the greatest lower bound, mi will be the greatest lower bound and capital Mi will be the lowest upper bound. that is GLB, greatest lower bound, and LUB is lowest upper bound of this interval. Then the upper sum is defined as summation from I1 to n mi, that is capital Mi, which is LUB, and del of xi, that is the length of the interval, and it's denoted by U of P of f. Here Mi is LUB and del of xi is length of the interval. Similarly, the lower sum is defined as summation I from 1 to n small mi, which is GLB, that is greatest lower bound, and del xi is length, and it is denoted by L of P of f, where P is the partition of interval AB. After this, some properties regarding the lower and upper sum. The lower sum is always less than or equal to the upper sum. If Mi and capital Mi are the GLB and LUB of the interval AB, then MB minus A is less than lower sum, which is less than upper sum, which is less than capital M B minus A. Here M and capital M are bounds of f in AB, and among these bounds Mi is the greatest lower bound and capital Mi is the lowest upper bound. Then what is refinement? If we have partition P as x0, x1, xi, xi minus 1 up to xn, and if we introduced y in between xi and xi minus 1, then P star will be the set x0, x1, xi, y, xi minus 1 and xn. As you can see, the one point y is extra in the set P star. Then we say that P star is the refinement of partition P, or P star refines P. See, and also here P is a subset of P star. That is, P star contain at least one extra point, that is y, at least one. It may contain more than 1 point. Some properties regarding refinement are: first, if P1 and P2 are two different partitions, okay, of interval AB, then P1 union P2. P1 union P2 will be the common refinement of P1 and P2. Next property, refinement of P increases the lower sum and decreases the upper sum. When we take lower sum regarding the refinement P star, it will be greater than the lower sum regarding the partition P, and the upper sum regarding the partition refinement P star will be less than the upper sum regarding the partition P. Next, upper integral and lower integral. What is upper integral? When all the upper sum are collected in a set and we take infimum of that set, we define the infimum of that set as the upper integral, which is denoted with integration a to b upper bar f of dx. Definition is: the infimum of the set of upper sum is called the upper integral. And similarly, when we have a collection of lower sum of a function f and we take the supremum of that set, that is known as the lower integral, which is denoted by integration a to b lower bar f dx. And the definition for lower integral is the supremum of the set of lower sum is called the lower integral, which is denoted and defined by this. These integral, that is upper integral and lower integral, may or may not be equal. Okay, that is these both, the value of these may be equal or may not be equal. But see, in Riemann integrable, when the two integral, that is the upper integral and lower integral, are equal, then that f is called Riemann integrable. We say that f is Riemann integrable over AB, and the common value of these integral, the common value is defined as, denoted as integration f of dx, common value. Common value of this integral is called the Riemann integral of f over AB. We express the Riemann integrable function f as f belongs to R of AB. That is, whenever f belongs to R of AB, it implies that upper integral is equal to lower integral, or whenever the upper integral is equal to the lower integral, we say f belongs to R of AB, that is f is Riemann integrable. Here we have completed the basic definitions of Riemann integral. Further, we will proceed to our article first of unit 1. Riemann-Stieltjes integral, definition and existence of Riemann-Stieltjes integral. Firstly, we will see some basic information or required information. Here, throughout the paper, we will have f and alpha as the bounded function on interval AB. See, both f and alpha are bounded function on AB, and alpha is a monotonic increasing function. Okay, on the same interval AB. P will be the partition of the interval, and as we have discussed earlier, as f is bounded on interval AB, then f is bounded on each subinterval of AB. We denote del of alpha I is equals to alpha of xi minus alpha of xi minus 1, and also from summation from I runs to 1 to n, del of alpha I is equals to alpha of b minus alpha of a, and as alpha is a monotonic increasing function, then del of alpha I is greater than 0. Now we will see definitions regarding Riemann-Stieltjes integral one by one. Firstly, upper and lower RS sum. Here RS sums, that is Riemann-Stieltjes sums. Okay. Now, as we have seen in Riemann integral, the same concept follows here. Here Mi is the GLB, that is greatest lower bound, and capital Mi is the lowest upper bound of del xi. Then upper RS sum is defined as summation from I equals to 1 to n capital Mi del xi. Here Mi is LUP. Okay, and del xi we have defined here, and it is denoted by U of P F alpha. Similarly, the lower sum is denoted by L of P F alpha and is defined as summation from I 1 to n small mi and del alpha I, where small mi is GLB, that is greatest lower bound. Further, we see properties regarding upper and lower RS sum. As we have discussed earlier, lower sum is less than upper sum. Similarly, in Riemann-Stieltjes integral, lower sum is less than upper sum. And also these property follow as del, we know m is less than mi less than mi, which is less than m, and if we multiply by del alpha I throughout, these become the lower sum, these become upper sum, and del alpha I is alpha of b minus alpha of a. Further, upper and lower RS integral, that is Riemann-Stieltjes integral. As we have seen earlier, the same concept follows here. If we collect all upper sum in a set and take the infimum of the set, we get upper sum. If we take all lower sum in a set and take the supremum of that set, we will get the lower integral. The definition follows as the infimum of all upper sum of f is called upper RS integral of f and is denoted and defined as follows. And the definition for lower RS integral follows as the supremum of all lower sum of f is called lower RS integral of f and is denoted and defined as follows. What is Riemann-Stieltjes integrable? As we have seen in Riemann integrable, the lower sum and upper sum, the lower integral and upper integral may be or may not be equal. Similarly, the upper integral and lower integral in RS integral, that is Riemann-Stieltjes integral, may or may not be equal. But when or in case if they become equal, then f is said to be Riemann-Stieltjes integrable with respect to alpha and is given as upper integral is equal to lower integral. We denote it as f belongs to r to the base alpha ab or f belongs to r of alpha. That is, whenever f belongs to r of alpha, it implies lower integral is equal to upper integral, or whenever lower integral is equal to upper integral, it implies f belongs to r alpha, that is f is Riemann-Stieltjes integrable. The common value is denoted by integral f d alpha. The Riemann-Stieltjes integrable reduces to Riemann integral when alpha of x equals to x. That is, whenever we put alpha of x equals to x, this Riemann-Stieltjes integral reduce to Riemann integral. Hope you have understood all the definitions well. In the next lecture, we will see some theorems regarding the Riemann-Stieltjes integral and properties of Riemann-Stieltjes integral. You need to maintain your notes through all the video lecture series. Thank you.